The Walking Dead's status as an all-time great survival series is beyond reproach, but it's also widely accepted that the show fell off big time during its later seasons. While it picked up a little during the home straight, a string of episodes between season 6 and 8 made many longtime fans switch off. While there are several episodes of The Walking Dead that made viewers quit the series, if we look closer we can pinpoint a single moment which began its downward trajectory. This episode definitively turned the show's central protagonist Rick Grimes into a different character, who was less forgivable and harder to identify with. Once Rick crossed the Rubicon in Season 6 Episode 12, there was no turning back, and we'd never think of his entire group the same way again. While it'd be a little harsh to place it in the category of a terrible episode from a once great show, Not Tomorrow Yet burst the dam and brought The Walking Dead's golden age to a decisive end. The Walking Dead Season 6 episode, Not Tomorrow Yet, was the moment the show fell off. Deep into Season 6, the series reached a point of no return, pushing our sympathy for its most important character beyond limits we were willing to tolerate. While some viewers may point to the earlier Dumpstergate episodes or Season 7's premiere as the beginning of the show's decline, The Walking Dead really started to fall off with Not Tomorrow Yet. But the fake-out of Glenn Rhee's death and the moment of his eventual demise didn't fundamentally alter the trajectory of the show, as infuriating and upsetting as both of these plot points were. On the other hand, the way Rick Grimes behaved in this episode was a betrayal of his essential characteristics. As Andy from the hilltop told him, the saviors, they're scary, but those pricks got nothing on you. Character development is, of course, critical to the success of any long-running series. But developing your main character beyond recognition is a mistake you don't come back from. Rick's decision to hunt the saviors crossed a line the show couldn't come back from. Andrew Lincoln's best Rick Grimes performances in The Walking Dead generally portrayed the character as a true hero and inspirational leader, who earned our profound sympathies despite his flaws and occasionally disturbing actions. There was always a justification for whatever he did, and his most extreme measures were taken in direct retaliation for something worse. That is, until Not Tomorrow Yet, when Rick decided to preemptively attack the saviors, justifying his decision by telling his group, "This is how we eat." Yet, nothing about this decision was prepared by preceding episodes. The group was eating well at the time thanks to their alliance with the Hilltop. Morgan Jones proposed a less violent alternative that made more sense, but Rick laid down the law to the group, under the phony guise of a democratic discussion. More than anything he'd done before, this decision dehumanized him, a development that was reinforced by his general demeanor throughout the rest of the episode. The Walking Dead only got worse after this episode. If Not Tomorrow Yet permanently robbed Rick Grimes of his humanity, then things only got worse for The Walking Dead from there. If Glenn Rhee's miraculous survival following his apparent death at the hands of walkers was bad, then the end of the Season 6 finale was beyond the pale. The series continued to go downhill after this cliffhanger, which was resolved with the unspeakably brutal death of Glenn at the start of Season 7. Glenn's bizarre survival story in Season 6 could have been forgiven, were it not for killing him off this way just a few episodes later.